Dear friends, myself Dr. D.D. Namdas, Department of Botany, Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. Friends, today we are talking on one important topic of the molecular biology by the name, it is DNA replication. Friends, what we are going to study under this topic, this is outline of the topic. In this outline, what we are studying, see here, what is the concept or the definition of DNA replication. Then, how this DNA replication takes place, actual mechanism. What are the different steps under the mechanism of DNA replication? Then afterwards, what are the different types of DNA replication? So these different points we are covering under this topic, DNA replication. So when we have to start towards the introduction or understanding the concept of DNA replication, we have to go at the root of the replication, where it going to be start. So this DNA replication, the process starts in the cell cycle. We know very well, at the time of cell division, there is cell cycle. And this cell cycle completes with different stages, where we know there are interphase, S phase, DNA synthesis phase. As like that, different phases are there in the cell cycle. So the cell undergoes cell division in the interphase, and in that interphase, the replication process starts. Where it takes place, that we have understand. Right now, we have to understand scientifically what is this. So this is the process in which a DNA molecule produces one or more exact copies or replicas of itself, is known as replication of DNA. It means that a DNA strand, which is double stranded, it produces its exact copies or its replicas, mirror images in one or more forms. At that time, this process is known as DNA replication. In another way, we can define to the DNA replication the process of synthesizing the exact copy of its own structure is known as replication. Means one DNA synthesizes its own copy, a newly synthesized DNA. This capability is there to the DNA, and that process of formation of this new DNA, it is known as DNA replication. See here, when we look into the living kingdom, we know there are prokaryotic living organisms as well as eukaryotic living organisms. This DNA replication takes place in this both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In eukaryotic organisms, higher plants, this replication takes place in the nucleoplasm or in the nucleus. While in prokaryotic organisms, replication, DNA replication takes place in the cytoplasm. This is an important point we have to understand among the prokaryotic and eukaryotic organism, that DNA replication takes place in the nucleus in eukaryotic organism, while DNA replication takes place in cytoplasm in prokaryotic organism. Then, what is actual mechanism? Means, as we know, a DNA synthesizes its own DNA, exact copies. This process is DNA replication. But actually, step by step, what happens? What are the different steps? Are there is any enzyme system works in different steps, and then the DNA strand becomes synthesized into new DNA strand? What it happens actually, all that we are studying under this mechanism of DNA replication. Okay? In the DNA replication means the molecular mechanism of DNA replication takes place by different steps. When we take the summary of the steps, these are the major steps. First step of the DNA replication, it is known as activation of nucleotides. What happens in this step, we are studying later. Second step of DNA replication is known as origin or initiation point of replication. Third step, unwinding of DNA. Then synthesis of new strands in the DNA molecule. Next, formation of leading and lagging strand in the DNA molecule. And the last step, formation of daughter DNA molecules. So these are the 6 different stages or steps completes under the mechanism of DNA replication. Okay, coming to the first step of mechanism of DNA replication, it is known as activation of nucleotides. What happens actually in the DNA strand? How the nucleotides are get activated and what happens after that in the nucleotide? So friends, here we have to understand that this DNA, where it is present in the nucleus, that is in the nucleoplasm. This is double-stranded DNA. On that DNA strands, there are 4 types of the nucleotides present in the nucleoplasm. There are 4 types of nucleotides, but these nucleotides are in the form of nucleotide monophosphates. In the nucleoplasm, on the DNA strand, there are 4 types of monophosphate nucleotides. They are known as, see here, AMP means adenine monophosphate, guanine monophosphate, thymine monophosphate, and cytosine monophosphate. Every nucleotide, whether it is adenosine, whether it is guanosine, it is with one phosphate. And so these 4 type of nucleotide monophosphates are present in the nucleoplasm. Here in the nucleoplasm, these monophosphate uses ATP, and this monophosphate form of ATP is get activated or converted into ATP, means triphosphate, with the help of enzyme phosphorylase. It means that on the DNA strand, where they are present in the nucleus, carrying this 4 type of monophosphate nucleotide. These 4 type of monophosphate nucleotides uses the ATP in presence of an enzyme phosphorylase, and that monophosphate nucleotide are converted into triphosphate nucleotide, and therefore this AMP is converted into ATP, GMP is converted into GTP, TMP is converted into TTP, and CMP is converted into cytosine triphosphate. See here, in this way, for the replication of DNA, activation of nucleotide takes place on the DNA strand. Now, second step in the DNA replication, it is known as origin of replication, or it is called origin or initiation point of replication. Now we have to look on the DNA strand. Origin, or that place, that point from where the process of mechanism of DNA initiation gets starts. So this origin or initiation point of DNA replication is present on every DNA strand in prokaryote organisms as well as eukaryotic organisms. So there are certain specific regions, certain specific points on the DNA strands, and these places, these points, these regions are called origin or initiation point of replication. See here, there is a difference in between eukaryotic and prokaryotic organism is that DNA of the prokaryotic organism have a single origin or single initiation point of the replication, while in eukaryotic organism there are several origins. Means number of origins are there on the DNA strand in case of eukaryotic organism. Okay, on this DNA strand, see here, what happens? On the DNA strand in the nucleoplasm, there is one enzyme. By the name it is known as endonuclease. This endonuclease enzyme acts on origin or the place or the initiation point on the DNA of the replication. Means endonuclease enzyme attached to the origin or initiation point on the DNA strand, and this endonuclease enzyme break down the hydrogen bond present between the nucleotides. We know there is a hydrogen bond that connects the nucleotide base pairs A to T and G to C. In each loop, the bonding is there in between the nucleotide. This bond is of hydrogen bond. This hydrogen bond is broken down by the endonuclease. And so therefore, this bond is break down. And so therefore, the nucleotide and this loop of the nucleotide get disturbed. Means we call it it becomes unzipped. It loses the loop. And in this way, this process of replication initiates. What happens after that? By the endonuclease, hydrogen bond is break down. So nucleotides go away from each other. So DNA strand is just unzipped but not separated. But after that breakdown, the separation of the DNA strand is done by DNA unwinding protein called enzyme helicase. After the endonuclease, enzyme helicase came across that unzipped DNA, and that enzyme is also called as a rep protein, means replication protein. That protein is responsible for replication. So this rep protein binds to that unzipped DNA, or we call this enzyme helicase act on unwinding of the DNA, and so therefore this loosely disturbed loop of the DNA becomes straight. And when we look from the point of origin to the this direction, we find this DNA becomes straight on both the sides, and it curved and connected at one point where there is origin of replication. It look like as a inverted Y-shaped structure. See, this is stalk of the Y and this is a fork. So this inverted Y-shaped structure is get established due to activity of helicase, and this form inverted Y-shaped structure of the DNA is called replication fork. Means after the initiation of the DNA process, the first structure is get formed on the DNA strand. It is called replication fork. What happens in the replication fork? Let us study. See what happens here. On that strand, replication fork, there is synthesis of new strand takes place. Synthesis of new strand takes place on the replication fork. How? Now each DNA strand acts as a template strand. Each DNA strand acts as a template strand. Means this template strand is called original strand. DNA is double stranded. It means that there are two template strands. One orient in the 3 to 5 direction, another 5 to 3 direction, anti-parallel with each other. Every template strand, means each template strand, have capacity to synthesize its opposite strand. Means 3' to 5' strand can synthesize 5' to 3' strand, and 5' to 3' strand can synthesize 3' to 5' strand. So this is called complementary strand. What happens actually? So this synthesis in opposite strand, it takes place by binding of RNA primer, which is in the form of enzyme DNA primase, to the nucleotide present on the replication fork. So in the replication fork, these RNA primer or DNA primase joins with the nucleotide, and this primase, under the influence of DNA polymerase, joins number of nucleotides present below the replication fork, and finally the chain of the nucleotide gets synthesized. The chain is joined with the phosphodiester linkage or the bond, and it continuously synthesizes that complementary strand. In this way, below the DNA strand, one new synthesized strand takes place. It is known as complementary strand. This complementary strand is the product of connection of the number of nucleotides together with the help of enzyme primase polymerase with connection of phosphodiester linkage. See here, in replication fork, the original strands we call they are the template strand. Below that template strand, what happens? These strands synthesize at the both level. See here, these two different type of strands. They are known as leading strand and lagging strand. It is important stage in the DNA replication, where DNA template synthesize leading strand and lagging strand as a complementary strand, where the leading strand synthesis takes place. The strand which opens from 3' to 5' is called a DNA leading template. Means a 3' to 5', this orientation of original DNA strand synthesize a complementary strand. It is known as leading strand. It is synthesize a complementary strand which is a continuous, and rate of synthesis and connection of the nucleotide is very fast. Means leading strand synthesize in 3 to 5 direction. It is a continuous and it takes place in fast rate. Completely it is opposite to the lagging strand, where the strand it opens at 5' to 3' direction. Means opposite to 3' to 5' there is here lagging strand. It is discontinuous and structured, or it constructs the nucleotide sequence in slow rate. This segment of the nucleotides are synthesized on lagging strand. These segments, short segment fragments, are known as Okazaki fragments. Means Okazaki fragments are short fragments of the nucleotides are synthesized, not continuously strand synthesized. The short fragments are get synthesized on 5 to 3' DNA template complementary strand. They are known as Okazaki fragments. These fragments are synthesized in a piece, in different patches. Now it is essential to connect that piece of the nucleotide, and these piece of the nucleotides are connected with enzyme DNA ligase. So DNA ligase binds to that phosphodiester bond, and these two nucleotides becomes connected with each other. In this way, the subsequent nucleotides are connected with the phosphodiester bond with this enzyme DNA ligase, and in this way a continuous strand is get synthesized in 5' to 3' direction. And in this way, now rightly, this red color, which is original or template DNA. Below that, this blue colored opposite or complementary strand is synthesized. See here, the strand which is synthesized at 3' to 5', it is known as leading strand. And right now, from the Okazaki strand at 5' to 3' DNA template, this blue colored 3' to 5' strand is synthesized. It is known as lagging strand. Now the next step. This is last step. Formation of daughter DNA molecule. One by one we have understand how every step is involved with action of the enzyme, and it change the DNA template and complementary strands. All about these steps collectively made their action, and finally they form a daughter DNA molecule. In this way, each strand, a new complementary strand is constructed. Means from one strand, original strand, another strand is constructed. If it is double-stranded DNA, no doubt these are the 4 strands. See here, this blue colored original template DNA strand, double-stranded. These 2 strands of red colored are get synthesized. They are called a complementary or new complementary constructed strands. Now in this structure, we find 2 template DNA strand synthesized their opposite complementary strands. Where in synthesized new strands, one is old, another is new. Means 2 synthesized strand, in 2 synthesized strand, there are 1 old and 1 new. This type of replication process is known as semi-conservative type of replication. See here, this is summary. This is a conclusion of entire mechanism of replication. So, DNA replication takes place by this 6 step. First step is activation of nucleotide, where monophosphate is converted into triphosphate with the help of enzyme phosphorylase. Then on the DNA strand, origin or initiation of the replication gets start. It gets start with action of enzyme endonuclease. After that, after the endonuclease, unwinding of DNA takes place. It takes place by enzyme action of helicase. Then a new strand of DNA gets synthesized. It takes place by enzyme polymerase. Then replication formation takes place where leading and lagging strands are get formed, and this formation of this strand is continuous with action of enzyme known as primase. And finally, formation of daughter's DNA molecule where complementary strands are get synthesized. It takes place by enzyme ligase. So see, this is diagrammatic picture where this entire process get completes. So this is all about the molecular mechanism of DNA replication. Now come to the types of replication. It is very simple. The possible types of the replications, there are three types by the name semi-conservative, conservative and dispersive. There are three types of replication. Out of that, first one is known as conservative replication. See, this is a diagrammatic view of conservative replication. What happens actually? A original double-stranded DNA, parental DNA it is called. It synthesizes its progeny in new double-stranded DNA again. So this red color double-stranded DNA, it synthesizes red color double-stranded DNA as well as this black colored additional new double-stranded DNA. What is the difference in the synthesized strand? After the replication, original strand remains as it is. So it is called conserved. A process of replication where original DNA strand remains intact or conserved as it is, and new complete DNA synthesis in black color is get synthesized. So therefore it is called as conservative replication. Next, semi-conservative replication. In first part, in conservative, intact DNA is get conserved. Intact means double-stranded DNA is get conserved. But in semi-conservative type of replication, the parental DNA which is in pink color, they synthesize their new complementary strand. See here in the next picture after the replication, every pink color strand, it is called DNA template, and it coils with, twists with this black colored DNA strand. So in every double stranded DNA there is a pink and black, pink and black. So partially parental DNA strand is get conserved. 50% of original strand is get conserved and 50% is get synthesized. One is old strand, one is a new strand. This process is known as semi-conservative replication. Then dispersive replication. In conservative, semi-conservative, entire DNA strand involved in the replication. But here, not entire DNA strand, but piece of DNA strand, segment of the DNA strand. This is one segment of one strand. This is another segment of another strand. This segment act as a template segment. And template segments synthesize complementary segments. In this way, they are scattered on the DNA strand, these segments, and this segment act as template and they synthesize their complementary fragment. In this way, they are dispersed everywhere on the DNA strand, and everywhere they synthesize according to that their complementary strand. So it is called dispersive type of replication. Collectively, when we diagrammatically understand conservative, semi-conservative and dispersive, look at this picture. This parental DNA strand, blue color strand. After the replication, double-stranded DNA become four-stranded. Original strand intact, new double-stranded DNA synthesized. Original strand is conserved, so conservative. Here, one of the strand of the original is conserved in every synthesized double-stranded DNA, so called semi-conservative. And finally, in dispersive, the segment of the DNA strand act as template and synthesize complementary strand. In this way, fragment becomes complementary, template and synthesize the complementary. So this is all about the different types of the DNA replication. Thank you.